Welcome to Mumtaz Arabic, a fun and conversational podcast series which will introduce you to Arabic and give you some handy tips for learning the language. My name is Marita Petherbridge, and joining me is Damien Doyle.
Marhaban.
Marhaban. And Marhaban Mohanned Qasr.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Mohanned, I've heard the number system that we use in English is called Arabic numerals, even though the numbers used in Arabic don't look like ours. Can you unconfuse me?
Yeah, it is really confusing because even in the Arab world we use the Arabic numerals that you use in English, and then we have our Arabic numerals that are originally from India, and that's really interesting. So I'm not sure whether people here know that the English numbers that we use on a daily basis come from Arabic, and they come, I think, from the 12th century with Al-Khwarizmi, who was a mathematician, was well known in the Arab world in North Africa, and then the influence of his books, his mathematics books went to South Europe, and then the Europeans started using the Arabic numbers or number system, and then it was in English, French, all the other languages. So they are originally from Arabic, and I'm not sure whether people know how they are shaped. So we know that number one, we know how to write it, but we don't know that it's based on how many angles in the number. Like 1 has 1 angle. Number 2, when you write it just like Z, it has 2 angles. 3 angles, and then you keep it up until 8. We have 8 angles in 8, and then the 0, which is in Arabic sifr, and sifr means empty, has no angles at all. So this is where it comes from. And when I teach my students the numbers, they keep asking me, why do you Arabs use other numbers? And I think that they came from the time when Arabs used to trade with India, and they used to trade with the Hindi numbers, and then they changed them a bit, and now mostly the east of the Arab world they use the Hindi numbers, and then the west of the Arab world use the English numbers that are English right now. And now if you go to Saudi Arabia, for example, if you look at number plates, you find them in both, so in Arabic and in Hindi.
When you say the Hindi numbers, do you mean the Arabic numbers, or do you mean the Arabic numbers that we use in English, which are also known as Hindu-Arabic? No, look, I have been learning the numbers 1 to 10 in the Arabic script, and I think I'm soon learning beyond 10. 10 is good because that's how many push-ups I have to do when I forget things. One of the trickiest parts is that while the letters in Arabic are written from right to left, the numbers are written from left to right, as I discovered a few weeks ago when Mohanned set my homework and I was translating a newspaper article.
That's really correct, and it was really funny. I gave Damien an article about an Arabic article talking about the election of the Lebanese president, and when he was translating, he said that the Lebanese parliament, which is composed of 821 MPs, elected the new president. And I said, what, 821? But at the same time, it's a big mistake, of course. So Lebanon is a small country, and you don't expect to have 821 members of the parliament. But I was happy that this means that you did not rely on Google Translator, so you were doing the effort yourself, and this was the good point of it. But at the same time, you did not use your logic that a small country won't have like 800 MPs, so that's why you had the 10 push-ups.
All right, well, I don't think we need to learn how to say 821, but do you think you could teach us how to say 1 to 10?
Yeah, sure. From 0 to 10, I'll start from صفر واحد اثنان ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية تسعة عشرة. Now it's your turn.
Maybe you can start again a bit slower.
Okay, you can repeat after me. So we start from 0. صفر
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 واحد
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 اثنان
اثنان
اثنان.
ثلاثة.
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 أربعة.
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 خمسة.
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 ستة.
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 سبعة.
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 ثمانية.
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 تسعة.
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 عشرة.
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 Good on you. Damien, do you know what سبعة means?
I think I should. Sabah is 7.
Correct. Sabah is 7.
Sabah sounds like how we say good morning. Sabahu khair.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
correct. Yeah, it sounds like they're the same, but Sabah starts with the sin, the light sound, whereas Sabah starts with the sa. We talked about the sound, the sa, and then Sabah, the morning, ends with ha, and Sabah has the sound that we talked about as well. So it might sound the same for you, but I think for native Arabic speakers, Sabah is different from Sabah.
Yeah, the two sounds are ones that I have trouble with, and there's also d and do, and t and ta.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking with an Iraqi recently, I was talking about Muttanabi Street, and my t was incorrect, so they didn't know what I was talking about. Thanks, Mohanned, for another interesting discussion and for teaching us the numbers 1 to 10. Next week we're going to get you to teach us something else. There are some other words that I'd like you to explain, like yalla and the ani, words that I hear quite often and I don't know the meaning about them, meaning of them.
Yeah, and there's so many words that we keep using on daily basis and by different dialects and accents, so I think it's interesting to know the meanings of those words. Like even Arabs who come to Australia trying to speak English, they keep using yani between every phrase and another. So I think it's useful to know what yani means and what all those phrases or words that we keep throwing between other sentences.
Yeah, absolutely. While we're talking about words that we all use, I've been saying masalama at the end of each episode, and I think I've been saying it incorrectly. So could you give me a little pronunciation lesson, please?
Sure. Ma, do you remember the a sound that we've talked about in previous episodes? So it's ma.
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 As-salama.
As-salama.
So ma-salama.
Ma-salama.
That's very good.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's just in time for the end of the episode. So shukran, Mohanned.
Afwan.
And shukran, Damien.
Afwan.
And shukran to everybody else for listening. And don't forget to rate us on iTunes if you have a sec. And ma-salama.
Ma-salama.
Ma salama.